Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My today's video is going to be on three very useful pandas functions: count, value counts, and crosstab. All these three functions are very popular and widely used, and you will see pretty soon why they're so popular. Okay, first import pandas as PD, import numpy as np. Then we are going to do a little bit of visualization at the end. So I need matplotlib and seaborn library for that as well. Import matplotlib.pyplot as plt. Import seaborn as SNS. If you're not so familiar with seaborn and matplotlib, so don't worry about it. What I'm going to show you today, they're pretty simple to use, so you will follow. df. First, I'm going to import the dataset, CSV. I will use the famous Titanic dataset for this demonstration. The df.head. Now look, this is the dataset. We have passenger ID. This is survived. So 0 means didn't survive and 1 means survived. Then passenger class. There are three classes, 1, 2, and 3. First 5 rows are showing only 1 and 3. And then you can see the other ones. I'm not going through each and every one. Let's see the shape of the dataset. The shape is 891 by 12. That means we have 891 rows and 12 columns. Ideally, in an ideal data set, we should have 891 data in each column. But that actually doesn't happen all the time, because if you notice here, you can already see some of the null values here in cabin, right? So there may be other null values in other columns as well. So let's check. df.count. Oh, sorry, not comma, count. And you can see we're using count function already. Count 0. So it's showing the number of values in each column, and you can see in most columns we have 891 values, but not in all columns. In age we have some null values. You can see in cabin here we don't have 891. Actually, we have lots of null values here. You can see that 204 data only. You can check the same in column direction. Sorry, not one. So when you count in this column direction, you get how many data we have in each row. Okay, you see in a lot of rows we have 11 data, but we have 12 columns. We expect 12 columns, but we don't have 12 values in each row. You can check if you have index. Here in this dataset, we don't have indexes. Well, I mean, we have index, but that's just serial numbers. But if we have any column, any meaningful column as indexes, you can also check the value counts by level. Just to do the demonstration, let's set df.set index. I'm going to set index just to show you how to get the value count using index level. So I will put sex and p class as the indexes. Now let's check df.head. Now see we have sex and p class as the indexes. Okay. Now df.count label equals to sex. If you do that, look, we get male and female data count in each column. we can do the same for passenger class. So now we have, look, we have 3 passenger class, and for each class we have the data count for each column. Okay, and then I will go back and reset the column again because I don't need these indexes for the, oh sorry, I should do this. Now df, so I already reset it. For the next demonstration, I don't need the indexes anymore. Okay, here you saw before that it gives you the value count for each and every column. You may not need that all the time. So what if sometimes I only need the value count on fair? Look here, the value count is not same throughout because, as I mentioned before, there are lots of null values. Not lots of, some, because in this cabin here we have the maximum amount of null values and we have some null values in the age, but in the rest of them you see the value counts are pretty same. 216, 216, 184, 184, then 491. So okay, now what if I need the value count only for fair test? Okay, df dot group by, I will group by the data using the passenger class, and I want the fair, okay, and aggregate what I want the count, value count. So look, I have it fair, 216, 184, and 491. So I have a separate video for how to use group by. If you do not know, or if you haven't seen the group by video yet, I will put the link in the description box below. Please feel free to check it out if you haven't already. So that was all for count today. Now, value count. Value count can do a little more. I'll show you how it can do a little more. Pclass dot value counts. Okay. Oh, sorry, the spelling mistake. Pclass. Okay, you can see that I get the passenger class value counts, and it makes sense only when your variable is a categorical variable. Okay, and value count itself sort the output itself. Look, we have it's sorted like passenger class 3 has the maximum data, 491 maximum passenger in this data set, and passenger class 1 has 216, 16, and 2 has 184. If you want the sort the other way, like ascending order, ascending, true. Oh, sorry, again, spelling mistake. Look, now it's the other way, okay? It's ascending order. Now, Control C. If you want, okay, let's not do the sort anymore without sorting, and just do the normalize. You can get the normalized data as well. Oh my gosh, why is it taking so long? Okay. So here we got the proportion as well. So 55% of the all people, 55% are passenger class 3, 24% are passenger class 1, and 20% passenger class 2. So here we get the normalized data like that. And one last thing I want to show you about this passenger class is dot value counts. Oh no, not passenger class this time. I will take the fare because beans equals to 3. So look, I took fare because here I'm going to segregated in 3 different bins. So this makes sense when you have a continuous data. Fare is a continuous variable. So look, we have it divides it in 3 equal bins. 3 equal bins means, look, here minus 0.513 anyway. Fare cannot be negative. Probably it's there's a typing mistake or something in this data set. So we are not going to correct that, but just focus on these bins now. Minus 0.513 to 170, this is the one bin, and 170 to 341, the second bin. Look, the interval of this lower limit and this upper limit, they are same throughout in all 3 bins. And this 341 to 512, if you check it out, check them, they all will have pretty much same interval, 170 almost. And if you look here, 871 people paid 0.5 to negative 0.5 to 170, and 17 people paid in between 170 to $341, and 3 people paid as high as 341 to 512. Okay. Now we will show you the crosstab function. So when we do the crosstab, we need both category of variable. You will see why. Passenger class. Look. So what it shows you that 94 female were in passenger class 1 and 122 male passengers were in passenger class 1. You can see that? So if you need the total at the end, you can do that very easily just by adding a margins. True. Margin true. So here it says all, but if you want, you can give the margin, you can give the margin's name. I'm giving the margin name total. Okay, so it gives the total female 314, total male 577, total people in passenger class 1 is 216, and so on. Okay, now we can do the normalize here as well. Control C, Control V. Okay, normalize equals to true. Okay, if you want, I can take the margins off from here. Okay, should I take margins off or no? I think it can stay. Okay, so you can see that these margins, this 2 adds up to 1, male and female, and this passenger class, these 3 also adds up to 1. You see that? Yeah. And if you want, you can get the margins only in one direction instead of both. Okay, columns. If you look at it, we have only this column direction. All these females and all these males. So here it says out of all the females, 43% were in passenger class 1 and 56% were in passenger class 1. 41% of all the female were in passenger class 2, and 58% of oh, sorry, that's not the case. Here it is like in passenger class 1, 43% were female and 56% were male. In passenger class 2, 41% were female and 58% were male. Sorry for the confusion. Okay, Control C, Control V. If you want, you can get that in the other direction as well in index. Here you can see male and female. Okay. Out of all the female, 29.93% were in passenger class 1, 24% were passenger class 2, and 46%, about 46% were passenger class 3. Okay? So that was it. Now, all this time, I was showing just the value counts and the normalization, but this time, if you want, you can use another variable here and put the value of another categorical variable and with the descriptive statistics. Let me show you how to do that. df p class. Okay. Values. Okay. This time the values would be the fare, and I want func equals to I want the mean. Okay. And the data should round up to 2 decimal point. Okay, so the mean fare that females in passenger class 1 paid was $106. The mean fare the male of passenger class 1 paid was $67, and you can see the other ones as well. Okay. And now I'll show you, all this time I put one layer in the column direction and one layer in the row direction. You can use actually the more than one layer. Crosstab, df p class. Now, here in this side, I will put passenger class, and this side I will put 2 layers. In one layer is going to be sex, and the other layer is going to be survived. How many people survived? Okay, look at it. So, passenger class 1, female survived was 91 and didn't survive 3. You see that? We have 2 layers here. And the same way, you can also normalize. Let me show you the normalize the same way as well. Normalize true, and you can see that we got these proportions, and the same as before, you can get the columns and index as well. I'm not showing you again, please try it by yourself. I am going to show you now how we can actually put 2 layers in the column direction and 2 layers in the row direction. Okay, df passenger class and df sex. They're in the row direction, and I will put 2 values at the same time, 2 layers. Oh no, not f. Embark and df survived. Okay, so I have 2. If you want, you can choose row names and column names, your choice. So p class, sorry, and gender. You can choose column names as well. We embarked, and we have survived. Okay, and I think that should be enough. Okay, look, this is a huge big summary if you can see it. Here, passenger class 1, female. You can see embarked C and survived only 1 female, and when embarked C and sorry, 0 means didn't survive, and survived is 1. So female survived in passenger class 1, while embarked C was 42 and didn't survive only 1. And then Q, passenger class 1, female embarked C, Q, female didn't survive 0, so everybody survived, and survived only 1, so there was only 1 woman. So this whole thing, you can put it in a heat map, and it looks a lot more nicer in heat map. A lot more nicer, clearer, and prettier, everything. Let's check. Oh, I should put one more. Yeah. So this is how it looks like. But oh my gosh, let's change the color. CMap YLGN BU. Okay. And okay, let's survive this way. Okay. And I will make it a annotation. If true. So you can see the same table is here, just in a different presentation, isn't it? Just in a heat map. This table and this, they're the value and the same. Look, 1 female here. This is passenger class and sex. So the first one is passenger class 1 and female, and here's 2 passenger class 2 female, passenger class 3 male. Here we have embarked and survived. Embarked C didn't survive 0. So embarked Q 0, that means didn't survive. Embarked Q 1 means survived. So I would like to plt.figure fig size. I'll just make the figure size a little bit bigger and just get rid of this from here. So plt.show. Look, it looks bigger. I like it a bit bigger. It looks nicer and clearer. So this is how the heat map looks, and that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was helpful for you. If it is, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. See you soon with some new topic. Thank you so much.